What's a fact that could save your life? Carbon monoxide is odorless. Get a detector. If you can't find your kid in your house, don't search common places they would be. Search the most deadly places: pools, freezers, washing machines and dryers. Seconds count, and if they are hiding under the table for an extra minute, who cares? Signs of a stroke: fast. Face drooping? Arm weakness? Speech slurred? Time to go to the hospital. Speed of response makes the difference between sometimes walks a little funny when tired and bedbound lump. If you know old people, you need to know how to spot a stroke. Choking is silent. If they're coughing, they're not actually choking. If someone goes silent and starts pointing to their neck, start the Heimlich maneuver. If you fall through the ice, the dark spot is the way out. If your kid gets kidnapped, don't teach them to say help. Teach them to say something like, "Who the fuck are you? You're not my fucking dad, fuck you." That's gonna turn a lot more heads and get you actual help a lot quicker. You lose heat 20 times faster when wet vs being dry. Shed wet clothes. A fishy smell in your house could mean there's an electrical fire. Don't pour water on a grease fire, put baking soda on it instead. If someone comes at you with a weapon and tells you to go with them, do not. Never go to the second location. If you get caught in a rip current, don't fight it. It won't pull you under. People die because they panic, fight it, and get tired and then drown. Just let it take you out, and when you can, swim parallel to the shore out of the rip and then diagonally back to shore. Don't pull a knife or anything else out of a puncture wound. The object may very well be keeping you from bleeding out. Only a medical professional should remove something stuck in you. If you're at the beach and the water recedes suddenly, run and get to the highest ground you can find. A tsunami is on the way. If you've gone 2.5 or more days without water, and you have to choose between drinking water without any way to sanitize it or not drinking water, drink the water. If you don't, you'll definitely die soon. Most of the diseases you can get from bad water take a couple days to set in, which gives you more time to find help. I live in Canada. This only applies to cold climates. They are not dead until they are warm and dead. There are many cases where somebody got stuck outside and froze, then doctor revived them. My mom always taught me to count rows between your seat and the emergency exit. So if you can't see where you are going, you can feel where you are going. I'll never forget that. If you get bit by a wild animal, get yourself to a hospital ASAP and tell them that. You don't want rabies to set in. Elephants can outrun you. Elephants can outswim you. Elephants can throw objects at you. Elephants do not think you are cute. Elephants are very emotional. Elephants remember. Knowing that the symptoms of a heart attack are often very different for women compared to men. 1. Wool is warmer than anything that feels warm, even when wet. Just because someone rings your doorbell doesn't mean you have an obligation to answer. If it feels wrong, it probably is. Trust that gut feeling, it's there for a reason. Inflammable does not mean non-flammable. It means it's something that could catch in fire that you don't want to catch on fire. Tank of CO2 non-flammable. Tank of propane flammable. Tank of oxygen inflammable. Don't mix bleach with anything but water. Baking soda will extinguish a fire, even grease and electrical fires. You should always keep a box of it nearby when you're cooking and grilling. Don't drive distracted, please, guys. If you are getting chased by bees, don't try to get underwater to escape them. The bees will simply wait for you to emerge from the water. Trusting your gut instincts. If a concert hall, venue, or building has an emergency or fire, don't go to the front. There are back doors, you have a better chance. I watch a lot of Mr. Bowlen. Use the prongs of your car seat headrest to break the window if your car ever becomes submerged. Getting a second or even third opinion. You know yourself better than they do. If you don't get answers, please keep looking. Please don't settle. Never walk, ski, snowboard near trees when there is heavy snow. There is something called a tree well that sometimes forms under trees where if you fall in you will become impacted by snow, often upside down, and suffocate to death. Do not look down the barrel of a weapon to see where the boom noise comes from. Wearing the seat belt in a car. I was a passenger in a car that was moving at 55 miles per hour along a very winding road. The car swerved off the road and hit a tree. Wearing the seat belt saved my life. The rocks from a river absorb water. When rapidly heated, it causes the absorbed water to boil much quicker than steam can escape the rock. This buildup of steam causes the rock to explode, sending hot rock fragments everywhere. So don't use rocks from a river to make a fire pit. Bring a lot of water if you head into the desert. Like way more than you think you need. If you are traveling at high speeds in a car and the cars in front of you come to a sudden stop, you can always use the shoulder to slow down if need be. I know this might seem obvious, but I didn't realize it for quite some time. Also, when getting out of the shower or tub, I think it's always good to grab onto something. Once heard about a woman who died by cracking her head on the toilet after slipping when exiting the shower. Stay safe, y'all. Driving is not a race or game that you have to win. There are no prizes. How to do the Heimlich maneuver. I saved my mom's life. Came here to say that, saw someone beat me to it, but it's worth repeating. If you're in the hood and hear someone say, "I got something for your ass." Wait, right here. Do not wait right there. Leave immediately. Check your breast's testicles regularly for lumps. If you're ever driving on slick roads and the rear end of your car begins to slide, turn your wheels to the direction that your car is skidding. Gently tap on the brakes to gradually slow the car down. Don't try to correct it. You'll just end up losing more control and probably end up crashing. You'll just have to wait until your car either corrects itself, stops on its own, or hits something once you've slowed down. Losing weight without trying could very well be cancer. Cyanide has a bitter, almond-esque scent taste. Not everyone can detect it from what I understand, but it's good to keep in mind, even if the issue never arises. Edit the bitter word. Be aware of your surroundings at all times, know where the exits are, etc. And remember, in case of a shooting in a public or workplace, run, can't run, hide, can't hide, fight back. If you're ever stranded in the wilderness without food, just remember, mushrooms are like playing Russian roulette with a salad. Same with water, try to filter it numerous times with a cloth or something clean. Bridges freeze first. Colon cancer screening starts at age 45. If your clothing ever catches on fire, stop, drop, and roll, cover your face to smother the fire. If you ever feel dizzy or tired after a short ride in your car, get your car checked, cause there might be some exhaust leak leading into your cabin and might leak some harmful substances like CO. If your car is broken down, do not stand in front of it while waiting for help. I had a friend killed when another driver swerved and hit her vehicle, causing it to run over her. Removing the clip magazine from a handgun doesn't make it safe. One bullet can still be in the chamber. 30 and 2 compressions to breaths for adults, or 15 and 2 for infants. It might not save your own life to know that, but it could save someone's life. Kangaroos can't hop backwards. If you see one coming at you, get behind him. If you are genuinely choking, do not drink something to try and get it down. CPR requires a flat surface. When Michael Jackson died, it was mentioned on the news that someone tries CPR with him on his bed. My mom said, "You're just pushing the mattress up and down."